break with therapy and self-reflection.
These women choose violence, road trips, and public humiliation.
I'm Pixie, and today we're stepping into a duet where revenge plans collapse almost immediately and somehow only get worse from there.
And I'm No-No, here for fake limbs flying around, garbage skunks, total chaos, and women who absolutely should not be left unsupervised.
This is Heat Between the Sheets, where every bad decision somehow creates an even bigger disaster.
We've got cheating exes, accidental crimes, sexy distractions, and enough secondhand embarrassment to physically hurt us.
And somehow, in the middle of all this chaos, there's romance.
Questionable romance, but romance.
Also, there's a duck, which honestly explains the vibe better than we ever could.
Never read these books? Actually kind of perfect. Come spiral into insanity with us.
Before everything goes completely off the rails with revenge plots, wedding disasters, and deeply questionable life choices,
we seriously need the warning first.
This show is for entertainment purposes only. It's strictly 18 and older, and yes, there will be spoilers in this episode.
We'll be talking wedding weekend disasters, ridiculous chemistry, and people doubling down instead of calming down.
Content warnings were covered right at the beginning of the episode, and you can always find the full list at hbtspodcast.com.
This one's chaotic, like aggressively chaotic.
If you can't handle the heat, don't meet the qualifications, or don't want spoilers, this is your one and only chance to step out before everything gets completely unhinged.
Still riding the chaos train with us?
Amazing! You've been warned. This episode contains secondhand embarrassment, reckless behavior, and way too much confidence.
For the readers who love messy disasters and hilarious romance chaos, make sure you're subscribed, following us everywhere, and sharing the episode with your fellow chaos readers.
Woohoo!
Oh, this one. This one's going to be fun to talk about. This one.
So that means...
Did you know? I don't even want to know what you're going to do about this one. There's so many ways you could go.
There is.
So many ways.
There is.
Okay, let's hear it.
Did you know that serial cheating is actually studied behavior?
Not where I thought you would go. Not even a little bit.
Researchers have found that people who cheat once are significantly more likely to cheat again, which means it just happened is sometimes less of a shocking mistake and more of a recurring hobby with terrible customer reviews. Apparently, for some people, loyalty is treated less like a commitment and more like a suggestion. And honestly, humans have been normalizing questionable behavior for centuries.
Yeah.
Take pranks, for example.
That's better. That's better.
What started as harmless social joking somehow evolved into full-blown emotional sabotage with a ring light and a TikTok account.
Oh, yes.
Historically, pranks were tied to festivals where social rules got flipped upside down. Everybody laughs, nobody dies. Wonderful time.
Yay! That's always good.
But psychologists point out that a prank is only funny if everyone eventually laughs. If one person is crying while someone else says, "Bro, relax, it was just a joke," congratulations.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You are no longer a comedian. You are a problem. And speaking of socially acceptable chaos, let's discuss bachelor and bachelorette parties.
Okay.
These traditions go all the way back to ancient Sparta, where men held dinners honoring a groom before marriage.
Okay.
Which somehow evolved into modern society saying, what if we celebrated commitment by temporarily removing everyone's decision-making skills? Truly incredible cultural development there.
Who really did come up with this? Because this is a terrible idea. Yeah.
But even inside the chaos, humans still create rules for each other. Enter girl code and bro code. These are basically unwritten social contracts designed to stop friendships from collapsing into complete lawlessness. Don't hook up with your friend's ex. Don't betray your people. Don't make everyone stare at you in silence during brunch because you made a catastrophic choice. Anthropologists call this social cooperation. The rest of us call it, please act right for 5 minutes.
Or as men would call it, bros before hoes.
That too.
Yeah.
And honestly, a lot of this behavior starts young. Parenting styles have huge impacts on how people handle relationships, boundaries, and risks later in life. Over-sheltering kids can leave them anxious and naive because they never learned how to handle real-world problems. But zero supervision? Also terrible. Turns out raising emotionally functional humans requires balance between guidance and not treating your child like either a maximum security prisoner or a free-range raccoon. So, when you combine serial cheaters, chaotic friendships, revenge-fueled pranks, emotionally questionable traditions, and adults making decisions with the energy of unsupervised teenagers, you either get life lessons or the plot of a romantic comedy that absolutely should have ended with someone in jail.
For real.
And with that chaotic little TED Talk completed, let's hear about today's books.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about the Yama Yama Duet. That's right. You heard it. Yama Yama. This is a thing. Worth It, Book 1, is by S.M. Shade and C.M. Owens. All right. 3 chaotic best friends attend a wedding with one goal in it: ruin it. After their best friend Lydia gets cheated on and dumped for the bride, revenge seems like the only reasonable response. So naturally, the girls crash the wedding, fully prepared to unleash destruction. What could go wrong? Apparently, everything. Between accidental disasters, questionable decisions, dominatrix strippers, yes, you've heard that right, a rogue prosthetic, which is where I thought you'd maybe be going with the did you know, and enough chaos to require several witness statements, the revenge trip spirals completely out of control. And somehow, right in the middle of all the insanity, 2 arrogant and ridiculously attractive men decide to become part of the problem. What was supposed to be a week of vengeance turns into a whirlwind of chemistry, mayhem, and feelings no one asked for. And yes, there's a duck. Worth It is a laugh-out-loud, chaotic, romantic comedy packed with outrageous humor, messy friendships, ridiculous situations, and the kind of disaster energy that somehow keeps getting worse in the best possible way.
All right, so our main characters for book 1, we have Kasha, loud, reckless, and fully committed to bad ideas with confidence.
I really want to be her best
I
friend.
love her.
Yeah.
She thrives on chaos, speaks before thinking, and somehow turns every situation into a disaster, usually while yelling. Then we have Henley, sarcastic, emotional, and still carrying heartbreak she pretends she's over. She's chaotic in a more quietly spiraling while making terrible choices kind of way. Then we have Lydia Childers, the sweetest of the group and the one who deserved so much better. Loyal, kind-hearted, and trying to survive the humiliation of being cheated on right before a wedding. Anderson Harper, Kasha's stepbrother and Lydia's cheating ex. Smug, selfish, and somehow continuously surprised that his terrible decisions have consequences.
I know. What a douche canoe.
Roman Hunt. I thought that said Rowan. I was like, oh my God, do I have the wrong people on here? Roman Hunt, Anderson's longtime friend and co-worker, cocky, smooth-talking, and way too entertained by the insanity unfolding around him. Davis Lane, Henley's brother's best friend and the one who broke her heart years ago after taking her virginity and disappearing without explanation. Still frustratingly attractive, unfortunately. Jane, Anderson's bride and the woman at the center of the wedding disaster, polished on the surface, but fully willing to overlook red flags if it gets her the life she wants.
Because these are all Richies.
Gretchen Carr, the cheating maid of honor and walking disaster magnet. Dramatic, messy, and somehow always making terrible situations even worse. Monica Harper, Kasha's mother, an exhausted referee to the nonstop madness around her. She's long since accepted that peace was never an option. Heath Harper, Anderson's father and Kasha's stepdad, practical, grounded, and constantly stuck dealing with the fallout of everyone else's chaos. Roger, Kasha's eccentric scientist and artist father, who somehow makes Kasha seem normal by comparison, brilliant, weird, and operating on his own wavelength entirely. And then Simon Carr, the wedding's AV guy and Gretchen's brother, awkward, observant, and unfortunately present for far more chaos than any sane person should witness.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Book 2. All right. This is Fuck It, which is still SM Shade, CM Owens. This is the Yama Yama. All right. After surviving one catastrophic wedding weekend, Lydia decides it's time to reinvent herself. Step 1, leave the disaster behind. Step 2, avoid men entirely. Step 3, absolutely do not fall for your childhood crush. Simple enough, in theory. Instead, Lydia's fresh start quickly derails when her best friend, Kasha and Henley, insert themselves directly into her new life, bringing their signature brand of chaos with them. Between accidental disasters, humiliating mishaps, and situations no adult should ever have to explain out loud, Lydia's determined single girl era starts slipping through her fingers, especially when the man she's trying very hard not to want refuses to give up on her. What begins as casual fun quickly turns into something deeper, forcing Lydia to decide whether protecting her heart is really worth losing the one person determined to fight for it. Fuck It is a chaotic romantic comedy packed with outrageous humor, ridiculous friendships, emotional second chances, and enough disaster energy to make the first book somehow look organized. True.
Right. Okay. Main characters. Cicely Hunt, Roman Hunt's little sister and a walking tornado of opinions, attitude, and impulsive energy. She says exactly what she's thinking, whether anyone's ready for it or not. Bobby Joe.
Bobby Joe. Wow.
Cicely's wildly eccentric neighbor who exists somewhere between lovable and deeply concerning, unpredictable, over-involved, and fully committed to making every situation weirder than it needs to be.
God, does she ever.
Emmett, the newest intern working for Kasha's dad and immediately thrown into the chaos against his will. Smart, awkward, and probably questioning every career choice that led him here.
As he should.
Ava, Lydia's coworker and fellow elementary school teacher, dry-humored, supportive, and one of the few stable adults in the middle of all the madness. Toby, Simon's 6-year-old nephew whom he's raising himself. Funny, observant, and unintentionally responsible for some of the sweetest moments in the chaos-filled disaster zone that is everyone's life. Okay. So, the first book, Worth It, I stumbled upon... So, backing up a little bit, we had talked about CM Owens... I don't even know how many episodes ago it was when we did the Mindfuck series.
Yeah.
So that's the same author. S.T. Abbey is the same author as C.M. Owens, who is also the same author as Christy Cunning.
Yeah, she has
all
different pen names.
The same pen name. And this is the same author who passed away back in, I can't remember, 2023 maybe or something like that.
I remember you reading me the story.
And amazing author. Absolutely amazing. Everything that I've ever written or read by her was just phenomenal. So she wrote this Yama Yama Duet with S.M. Shade. And I stumbled upon it, I don't even know how many years ago. And I think it was the cover that drew me in.
Okay.
because it looked funny.
Yes, it does look funny.
And
yes.
I read the synopsis and I'm like, oh, this sounds funny.
Yeah.
And I read it and I was like, holy shit, this is hilarious.
It really, really is. And I don't say that lightly because most of the time I don't find them funny. And this one really was.
There is something about, and it's almost seamless because you don't even know, because I've read other C.M. Owens books, right? And I don't think I've ever read anything else she's written that's funny.
Funny, yeah.
Right?
Not really her forte.
It's that, not that but she has such a wide range of book genres that clearly she has the ability to write rom-com. But I have read S.M. Shade. And this definitely falls in an S.M. Shade thing. So it's very seamless in the chapters. So I don't know who wrote what.
Right.
Type of a thing. So their chemistry, author-wise, is beautiful.
Yeah.
Because it's not choppy enough that you can be like, oh, yeah, clearly this is definitely a CM chapter or an SM chapter. Like, it very, very seamlessly written. But I never followed it up and read the second book, and I don't know why I didn't read the second one. I'm famous for doing that shit. Seriously.
It happens.
Famous for reading.
Too long of a TBR. It happens,
I just read book 1, but I stopped.
Yeah.
Like, I'm famous for that shit. But when I decided that we needed to do a rom-com for our episodes, I'm like, oh, this is one of those books that just stuck. And I couldn't even tell you, like, the details. I just remembered that it was hella fucking funny. Right. And it had to do with these chicks when the disasters at a wedding. That's all I remembered. And
so great.
So
yeah.
So I'm like, ooh, let's do that one. And then I said, you know what? It's a duet. We'll do the second one too. I don't even know what it is. We'll fucking do it. Great. I'm glad I did it. Yeah. It was great.
It was, I loved the first one. The second one was just okay. But the
second
first one,
yeah.
So good.
The worth it was worth it.
Yeah. 100%.
Fuck it was good.
Yeah.
But didn't
like
carry the weight of worth it, but it was still cute.
Yeah.
There were moments, and I think Bobby Joe, Bobby
Joe's great.
Yeah, I think without Bobby Joe,
I kind of want to be Bobby Joe.
It wouldn't have worked.
I wish I was brave enough to be Bobby Joe.
Oh my God, Bobby Joe is something else. Yeah. But so with Worth It starts with the story is, so you have the three girls. You have Henley, Kasha, and Lydia. They've been BFFs probably since high school or earlier, childhood even. Yeah. You know, grade school. And Lydia, we'll back up a little bit. So Kasha's mom and dad had divorced because her mom cheated on her dad. And Kasha was not happy about that. But she ended up remarrying Anderson. So Anderson and Kasha are the same age as all of them, right? So Anderson and the girls are all the same age. So Kasha's mom remarries Anderson's father. And she has her own perceptions of what went down and all of that between her parents and stuff. But she's not happy with her mom. She's very anti-mom over that situation. And they're all very in the rich world type thing. And her dad is very eccentric. He's a scientist and an artist. And Kasha is a jeweler. She likes to make jewelry and stuff. So Lydia was dating Anderson for a long time, and she's a romantic, and she envisioned herself falling in love and having, you know, the wedding and the 2.5 kids and the white picket fence with this guy, right? Well, Anderson is a serial cheater. He's always seeing the grass greener on the other side. So, needless to say, he cheated on Lydia. So, that happy ending was not going to happen, and it broke Lydia's heart. So everyone's anti-Anderson. Well, he was cheating on her with this hoity-toity bitch, Jane, whom he is now going to marry. And Kasha's mom is A-okay with Jane because Jane fits in their circles. And Lydia was too, I don't know, I don't want to call her country bumpkin, but she was too simple. Yeah. For hoity-toity mom. even though she was very loyal and very giving and always helpful and all that other stuff, it wasn't good enough. So, when the wedding invitations went out and stuff, Kasha sure shit wasn't going to go. She was like, fuck it, I'm not going to go. But Lydia's like, I'm going to this wedding. Well, to support Lydia, the girls decided to go. Henley and Kasha were like, well, fuck it. We're going to support our friend and we're going to go. So they road trip their ass to Florida. It's only a state or two over from where they're at. It's like an 8-hour drive or something. So they're driving, and this is where you immediately get an idea of who these girls are. So they stop at a diner, and there's a trucker guy, I think, who is mouthing off to the waitress in the place, right? And he's, I think, drunk. And I can't remember if it was Henley or Kasha who absolutely mouths off to him for the waitress, basically says he has a little dick, little things like that. Just really, and you're just like, whoa, you got balls. Yeah. And then when they left, poured ketchup packets on his wiper blades and under the handle of his car handles. Okay. So when he goes to leave, he goes to lift the handle of his car and it's wet and he doesn't realize what it is. So he wipes it all over his white t-shirt. Yeah. And then he's like, what the hell? Right at that moment, they're sitting in their car watching this unfold. Yes, of course they are. And they're friggin' laughing because they think it's hilarious. Then, in the meantime, we believe that the waitress has called the cops because he's trying to leave and drive drunk. And it starts to drizzle rain at this point. They're thinking, oh, even better, because now he's got to turn his wiper blades on. So he gets in his car, and sure as shit, he turns the wiper blades on and smears ketchup all over his wiper. Now he is pissed. He's yelling. He's getting out of his car. He's throwing a fit, and they are laughing their asses. They're cackling up in the car, and he looks up, and he sees, so he knows it's them. He's getting ready to storm over to them right when the cops roll in. Yep. So they think this is even better. Like, oh, yeah, karma has served up a hot platter of fuck you. And he gets arrested. So they're like, yay, start of our trip. Yeah, they're like, this is going to be a success. So then they get to the house. It's a huge house, mansion thing, whatever, where the event's taking place. And fucking Henley walks in to the room, one of the rooms where everyone's seated, and straight up falls. Yep. In the mud. Yep. Is it Henley or Kasha? I think it's Henley. I think you're right. No, it was Kasha because it was... No, it was Henley. I think it was Henley, yeah. Anyway, someone falls. I think it was Henley. Yeah, it was Henley. It was Henley. And anyway, falls in the mud. Her skirt flies up and she's wearing Superman underwear. Fucking Superman underwear. Oh, no, that's definitely Kasha. Kasha's the one with the underwear. No, it was Henley. Pretty sure it was Henley. The one with the weird underwear is Kasha, because she's the one that ends up getting with Roman. And he has something to say about her crazy fucking underwear, but it might have been Henley. She might have crazy underwear that time. No. It was Kasha that fell then. Okay. It's been a bit since we read these. Yeah. I don't know, and it's really late. Mm-hmm. But anyway, one of them falls. I'm pretty sure that her skirt flies up. She's wearing the Superman underwear, and she's just like, oh, what a great way to start no one's supposed to know about my secret underwear. Uh-huh. Right? And she goes up to the room, tracking mud through the house, takes a shower, and it's a Jack and Jill bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you don't know what a Jack and Jill bathroom is, it's when you have one bathroom with two doors that exits into two different rooms. So both the rooms are sharing one bathroom. So she's in her room. She goes into the bathroom. She takes a shower. She gets out of the shower and she exits back into what she thinks is her room, but apparently not.
No.
So she's in the neighboring room, and there's a guy in that room. And she's like, what? And she's just wrapped in a towel at this point now. And she's like, what are you doing in my room? He's like, I'm not in your room. I'm in my room. She's like, no, this is my room. This is my stuff. He's like, no. And so she goes to the closet and rips it open. And sure as shit,
she's like, look at this is my.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Yeah.
And he's like, she's like, well, I got here through, it must have been a vortex. And he's like, yeah, that's possible. It's logical for sure. Or you may have entered through the wrong door.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was the start of how, and she's just like fucking mortified. Mm-hmm. Mortified. Mm-hmm. And then she looks over and realizes the towel's not even covering her ass.
Right.
She's just a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Of the book.
Yes.
The beginning of the book. So I'm fucking dying at this point because I listened to these two books on Audible.
Oh, God, I bet they would be good on Audible.
It was. Yeah, I listened to these on Audible. I'm like on a huge Audible kick these days.
Yeah, I've noticed.
And because the first time I read it on ebook, and then which was great. This time I did Audible, and it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious. And then Kasha has a prosthetic arm. She had lost her arm in a machine that her dad had built accidentally several years ago, and her dad invented a prosthetic arm for her that looks like robotic. It's not covered in fake skin or anything, so it looks machinery, like very Terminator, right? And she has a patch on the back of her neck that reads her brain signals to determine what she wants her hand to do. So it does things. So she's able to, like, you know, pick up a pen and write and tie her shoe and do all those things. Sorry. The great thing is it's not perfect.
No.
It does malfunction. It is waterproof. So she can, you know, if she falls in the water or takes a shower, like it's all fine. But it does malfunction.
In the worst ways possible.
So it depends on when she's thinking of things sarcastically, it takes it literally.
Yeah.
So I loved when she forgets to remove the patch from her neck, but does take the arm off. Yeah. And the arm is going fucking crazy on the floor. So she's getting ready to get it on. So she hooks up with Roman, whom...
Oh, this arm's straight trying to jack her off before she hooks up with Roman. Yes, oh my God. Straight trying to jack her off because she's thinking, you're hot and I kind of want to...
She had thought...
Fuck you. And so this arm's just trying to jack her off. Like, it's a mess.
Something, whatever it was, and this arm... like straight went to her
in front of Roman.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Because this isn't going to happen by, you know what, she's by herself.
Funniest shit. Yeah. All of it. No. All of it is secondhand embarrassment because you're mortified for her and you're laughing at her while you're at it. And so Roman in high school tried to hit on her when she was wasted at Anderson's party. And he had got kicked off the basketball team. He was like on track to get like a scholarship and go all the way. And he got kicked off because he got into a fight and injured his knee and all that other stuff. He had a really good reason for it, but nobody knows what it is. And so when he was hitting on her at this party, she made a really fucked up comment to him that she doesn't remember. And it stuck with him. Yeah. Like, he was holding that against her type of a thing. And she was just like, well, whatever. Like, I said, sorry I was rude to you. Yeah. Whatever. So they end up kind of hooking up at this wedding because this whole book takes place over a week. They have all these events they're doing.
Yeah.
This wedding. And it's literally nothing but disaster after disaster.
And some of them not even by their own hands. Like, they can't figure out, like, who spiked the punch, you know? And,
oh, no, they did. Henley did.
No, they didn't. It wasn't Henley. This was the bridesmaid.
Oh, you're talking about the,
like, there's just so many disasters. Yeah, there's so many disasters that are happening. And some of them are from them and some of them aren't, but now they're getting blamed for all of it. Like, it's a mess there.
So they do a handful of the pranks, like they get it kicked off.
Yeah.
And then there's some random, so Lydia ends up kind of like bowing out and she kind of like disappears. Like she stays in the room and doesn't really partake. And they're kind of feeling bad because Henley hooks up with Davis. Is that his name?
Yeah, Davis,
which is the one who took her virginity.
Yeah,
they reconnect.
So they have a history.
So they have history, and they reconnect. So they've been spending like all this time together. Like he won't leave her alone. Yeah. Like he's all up on her.
And she's like, "I'll just give me some."
So she's like,
some wedding sex. You know, it's fine.
I'm gonna spend the week banging you, and we're gonna call it good.
Yeah.
And he's thinking, "Oh, I think I'm in for the long haul."
Yeah, it's the whole thing. Yeah,
it is. And then Roman. Freaking Kasha's like, well, Roman, you fucking hot, bro.
Yeah, like I'll hook up with you. Yeah,
I'd like a piece of you, and he's like, I'd like a piece of you minus your arm.
Yeah, take off that prosthetic because I've seen it tried to jack you off and try to kill people. So no,
I don't want that thing anywhere near my balls.
Yeah,
like, hey. So they're doing their thing, and then they kind of feel bad because Lydia's they feel like is left in the dust. Well, weird things happen. So in the beginning, at the regular party, Henley spikes all the beverages, all the punches and stuff. Really, people start letting loose and partying, right? So that's minor, fine, doable. And then they do their what they do is like an Olympics. Right?
Yeah.
Very famous thing that Kasha's mom does with the family, right? And everyone teams up. And Anderson's like, "You're on my team, sis." She's like, "Nope, not on your team." So she ends up putting...
Because everyone knows she's competitive and good.
Very competitive. Yeah. And she put... and she hates Anderson. And so she put laxatives in his water bottle and then let the games begin. And she watched as the games go on and she's doing her thing. He ends up taking off to the porta potty at some point, right? And then Henley, one of them, meander over to the porta potty and hook a chain to it, and then talk to Gretchen's cousins. Gretchen is the maid of honor, and they're like some ghetto country bumpkin troublemakers that are there, and they're like, "Hey, I just want to let you know there's keys in the tractor there," and they were like, "Oh, we'll let someone know." Yeah. So they went and they. The chain is attached to the tractor and the porta potty that Anderson is in, and they get in it and they take off with Anderson in the porta potty, and they were just like, "Oh!" I was like, so shit like that keeps happening, and then Gretchen was supposed to get the bridal bachelorette party thing together, and the caterer or the decorators
everything
didn't show
falls
up.
apart.
Like everything's falling apart. So. Kasha's like, "We'll do it." And her mom's like, "I do not want dicks involved. I do not want strippers." And she's like, "No problem." So, of course, because they hate Jane, they hate her mom, like, of course they're going to make it worse. Yeah. So they get everything dicks related. They posted it on social media and had all kinds of randos show up and advertised a vibrator race. So everyone showed up with freaking vibrators so they could have a vibrator race. Like, the most
great
obscene.
Try to think of these hoity-toity rich people that,
older,
they think they're going to be mortified.
Oh my God, hilarious shit.
Well, they're not so mortified when the drinks are spiked.
Yeah.
And we're not talking like normal like alcohol. There was some spiked or some serious shit.
It was spiked ecstasy, and they couldn't figure out. So I think it was Henley or Kasha. One of them were like, "Oh my God, I'm on ecstasy.
Yeah, we didn't, and we didn't do
it.
Yeah, this
Did
wasn't
you
us.
do it?
Yeah,
She's like, no. Did you do it? No. Oh my God.
it was great.
Who spiked our fucking drinks? And they're looking around at everyone, like all the old people, and everyone's getting freaky.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh my God,
Yep.
everyone's fucked up. Like,
Yep.
holy shit, we need to get out of here. So someone, and they don't have a clue, and they're thinking, oh my God, one of the strangers that we invited from social media showed up and spiked the drinks. Like, it was crazy. And then the bride's dress got dyed pink.
Mm-hmm.
Totally dyed pink. And so then they started thinking, oh my God, did Lydia do this?
Yeah, like they're not
Like, they have
understanding
no
what's
idea.
happening at this point. Yeah,
Idea.
because weird shit's been happening
Yeah. and
with them, but now other weird shit's happening, and they're like, "What the hell?"
Yeah. So great. So you get the fun romance that's going on between Henley and Davis and Kasha and Roman, and all the fun pranks and the shit going on. It's a lot of fun.
It is. It's funny.
A lot of fun. And then the wedding day happens, and this is where it gets really funny. Up on the screen, so remember, Simon is the AV guy.
Yeah.
And he went to school with them too.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also Gretchen, the maid of honor's brother.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden...
Friends with Lydia.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's friends with Lydia. And all of a sudden, up on the screen, as the bride is walking down the aisle, or they're up there to do their vows. They haven't got married yet or anything. And they're posting the pictures of, him as a baby, her as a baby, and as they grow up and stuff. All of a sudden, it's a bunch of pictures of her cheating and him cheating.
Yeah. Him. With the...
him with Gretchen.
With the maid of honor. Yeah.
Pictures of Anderson and Gretchen screwing each other.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Chaos ensues. Everyone's losing their shit. Oh my God. And then Henley and Kasha look at Lydia like, oh, what the fuck? How did you know?
Yeah.
Oh, she's like, well, a few months ago I saw. So that's why I wanted to be here. And she like, they were like, what
So
the
funny. Yeah.
fuck just happened? So little Miss Sweetness and Lydia,
the one that was in her room the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, and she just wanted to be there to watch the chaos unfold. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn, like she didn't participate in any of it. She didn't have anything to do with any of the chaos and the crazy that went down the whole week, and wanted to see just the wedding day disaster happen. That was it.
Yep.
And then she felt justified and vindicated, and
they find out Anderson's a serial cheater, so yeah.
Yeah, and he was just like,
he's just a douche canoe.
He's just like, I didn't really even love Jane anyway.
Yeah.
We were like,
he's like, that's what I'm supposed to want to do, right? You're with him all this time.
Yeah.
Get married, that's what I'm supposed to want, but I also like to have sex with whoever wants to have sex with me, so.
Yeah. So he sits down, has a whole heart to heart with Kasha, and that's when they find out, like, dude, you've got to stop.
Yeah.
You need to find out who you are and stop this fucking around. And that's when he like really has a come to Jesus moment.
Yeah.
I think for himself.
Yep.
And then he kind of gives her a little know-how a little bit on her mom and his dad. And so she gets to have a conversation with her mom, and then she finds out the true backstory of what happened between her parents. She was a little bit misinformed and was like, oh, well, damn. Like, I shouldn't hate my mom as much as I thought I should. So she had a lot of misconceptions. And so there was a lot of eye-opening moments there at the end. It was
but
really...
a lot of hilarity in between.
My God.
The duck. We're not going to tell you about the duck.
I'm not going to tell you about the duck.
We're not going to tell you about the dominatrix strippers.
Oh,
we're not going to tell you about
there's
the
so
blow-up doll.
There's so much I could fucking tell you, but oh my God.
There's so many things that happen that you're just going to laugh at this book. Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
This book is so funny.
Yeah, so great. So chaotic. Like, you're just imagining all this as it's going down, and you're like, I was in my house dying laughing.
Yeah.
Dying laughing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you can listen to it on Audible.
I'm going to have to try that, because I think I would like it on Audible. Yeah.
It was pretty fun. So, yeah, it
Okay.
So good. So then we move on to Fuck It, where you have Lydia loses her job and therefore loses her apartment. So she's kind of in a bind. And so now she's like, I gotta nowhere to go, nothing to do. What do I do? And she's been living close to Kasha and Henley, right? No. Who was she living close to? She was living close to Henley and Davis. She was living close to someone. And then so she ended up moving in with Cicely.
Yeah.
Who is
Roman's sister.
Roman's
Yeah.
brother. So she was living close to Henley.
And then she moved
And then so she moved closer to Kasha and Roman.
And then moved in with Roman's sister.
And moved in with Roman's sister because Roman's sister owns her house and is never home and had the room for her to stay in. At the same time, Cicely gets a job working. So Roman also works for, or works with Anderson in the same company. So she gets a job working for Anderson on his marketing team.
Mm-hmm.
Roman gets her the job there. She can't work under Roman, so he puts her on Anderson's team. So she's a workaholic like Roman used to be, and Lydia, she's a fitness instructor, like a personal trainer type of a thing. So she's been applying for jobs all over the place. All she was able to get was a PE teacher at the local elementary school, which in turn they wanted her to do the after school program.
They're like, oh, the old PE teacher used to do this, this, and this, so you're going to have to do all of this too. Yeah. And this is one of them after school.
And then they also said in like 2 days a week, you got to do the high school class, right? And she was like, well, fuck it. It doesn't pay for shit, but it's all I got until I can get something else. Well, while she's there, she encounters little Toby, the adorable little Toby, and the after school program. And lo and behold, Simon shows up to pick up Toby. And she was like, oh my God, I didn't know you had a son. And he goes, oh, it's not my son. It's my nephew. I have guardianship of my nephew. It's Gretchen's son. She was like, oh my God, is it Anderson's? He was like, no.
Yeah.
And she was just like, oh, thank God. I think Lydia asked her that. I think asked him that. Someone asked her it was Anderson. And he were like, no, it's not Anderson's. Anyway, so I guess Gretchen dumped this kid because she wanted me time, and she's a total D-bag. So he's raising his nephew Toby, who's I think 6.
Yeah, young. Yeah,
5 or 6.
Not a little kid, but
he's like kindergarten, first grade-ish. I think kindergarten-ish. Great kid, everything, and so now she's seeing Simon all the time, and now Simon's asking her out on dates. Yeah, constantly. Mm-hmm. And he's a hottie. He's like the hot nerd guy.
Of course he is. Yeah. Aren't they all?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And she's resistant to it.
Yeah, she's like, but relationships end in pain. That's all she kind of is.
Yeah, she's been burned, so she's kind of a scorned individual.
So she's like, I'll totally do some friends with Benny's.
Yeah, so that's kind of where exactly it. She definitely wants to do friends with benefits, and he's kind of like, well, that's all I can get. We can start there.
Yeah, we can start there.
We can start there.
Charmer.
Yeah, he really is, because he thinks he can easily roll this into a relationship. So he's basically like, well, we can hang out, right? Yeah. Thinking that if I can get you to hang out all the time, basically we're just dating.
Right. Until she breaks his dick.
Oh my God.
You heard that right.
Literally broke the poor bastard's dick. Yep. They were on a boat, on a yacht party type thing. Yep. And he pulls her into a bathroom. And she's riding him, and literally he starts screaming. And when she stands up, his poor dick is bent in half.
She broke it.
She is literally freaking out. So they get the paramedics there when they dock, and he's taken to the hospital, and the doctor's like, oh, surprisingly, this isn't as uncommon as you'd think. And I'm thinking,
what?
I don't know. Is that what you thought?
Yes.
Too? Because I was like,
100%. Like, what?
it's not uncommon, because I would think this would be
Right.
like a rarity. Like, you broke his dick.
I almost wanted to Google it. Like, is it common to break someone's penis? Like, this is a thing?
Like, I think
Yeah.
we should go ahead and Google
We might
that.
have to,
I
yeah.
think we need to, because, oh
I'm
my
on it.
God. Yes, please do that. What is the percentage of people who
Right?
break dicks? Because, yeah, then he had to actually, they went in and they surgically had to fix his penis, and he couldn't, like, have any kind of hard-ons or intercourses and stuff for like 6 weeks or some shit. So she felt horrible, and so she was babying him and like basically dating the guy
Right, at that point, yeah.
because she
That's
felt
what
so
that's
fucking
what got her,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so anyway, that was their dynamic, and so they kind of continued to date and whatever, and built their their dynamic and their friendship and their evolvement through that healing process. And then, so that's Lydia and Simon. And then Anderson and Cicely, Roman was very like, don't date my friends, and my friends can't date my sister type of a thing. So
Right.
it was very like on the down low that they were attracted to each other, and also the fact that Anderson was her boss. So that was rough. But they kind of like negotiated and worked with it, and she was very open with him on I forgive your past is your past, as long as it's not going to be your future.
Yeah.
Type of a thing. One thing I found hilarious in the Fuck It book was Bobby Joe.
Oh God, she was so funny.
Cicely's neighbor. So this woman is so fucking eccentric that
she's great.
She knew when Cicely was on her period, without Cicely ever having to say anything. Cicely would come home and Bobby Joe would have cupcakes with like tampons on them. They were like,
yeah, she's so
red
weird.
velvet cupcakes with tampons on them. They were period cupcakes for her, and she knew her cycle just because she knows everything.
She's so odd and eccentric.
She was so odd. And then when Lydia moved in with her, she would say things like, oh, you guys will be syncing together in no time, and I'll know your cycle too. And
yes,
I'm like,
she's funny.
Oh, dear God. Just the weirdest shit ever. And then, she ended up hooking up Bobby Joe ended up hooking up with Kasha's dad, Roger. And that was talking about.
Listen, at least it was with Bobby Joe and not the blow up doll.
This is true.
So,
Read
yeah,
the
because that
books to
happened.
understand that dynamic.
Yeah.
But I was just cracking up because it was just constantly like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Poor Kasha's just going like, Jesus Christ.
And the shit that Kasha says to her dad about getting caught with a blow-up doll. Every fucking time she sees him. Hilarious.
And they called her Dolly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So penile fractures are very uncommon, occurring roughly 1 in every 100,000 individuals.
Oh.
So not very common.
Yeah.
But that apparently it happens.
Well, that doctor was just saying that to make me feel better. I
Maybe
guess.
where he lives it happened. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe. Jesus.
But they do happen. Yeah.
Well, that I'm not surprised they happen. But
Yeah.
even 1 in 100,000 is still.
More than you thought?
Yeah.
It sounds terrible.
It does.
And I don't even have a penis, but it sounds terrible.
It does.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so you have Bobby Joe. She is, oh my God. And do you remember the little weird voodoo dolls that Bobby?
Yes!
Okay.
Yes!
So Bobby Joe invites herself on a family trip with all the girls. And she's sharing a room with, I think, Kasha or Lydia. One of them. I can't remember. I can't even trait right now. But she has on the dresser all these weird fucking dolls with human hair on them and paint it on vaginas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course they do.
And she's like, what are these type of?
Yeah. What are we doing?
What are these? She's like, oh, these are voodoo dolls of women who went after men I was interested in. So I just give them all their vaginas a poke with a needle a couple times a day. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah, she's hilarious.
Fuck.
She's hilarious, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Dying.
Yeah.
Dying.
Hilarious.
With that
she
one.
reminds me, I don't know if you remember from the Wrong Pucking series, Geraldine.
Yep.
Yeah. Bobby Joe is Gerald. They would be best friends.
I bet you they're related.
Yeah. They would be best friends if they're not related. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So funny. Yeah. She's very eccentric. There's always something weird coming out of her. She made poor, what's his name, feel uncomfortable when they brought him to lunch.
Emmett.
Yeah. Emmett thought he was going to lunch and there'd be other guys there. Bobby Joe invites herself to this lunch. She gets there and she is literally like, wow.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Literally cougering all over.
And he's all,
guy.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. So funny. So would you want this group of friends in real life?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I feel like I have to. Yeah, I have to have them.
Yeah. Oh my God. This is, And I'm glad it was a duet and not anything more.
Yeah,
I think anything more would have been.
I'm glad it stopped there. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been too much. Yeah. Too much.
Agreed. No, they're great though. It's hilarious. The first book is so funny. The second book is great, but the first book, good God, read it. Just read it.
Yeah, I agreed. Which character would be exhausting in real life?
Oh, I almost want to say Kasha, but that's the one I like the most.
I know. But I think, like, if you had to deal with her, like, day in and day out, she would probably be exhausting.
Maybe. Fuck, she's hilarious.
I think her in small doses would be fine.
Yeah.
Roger, I don't think I could deal with Roger.
No. Well, Bobby Joe.
Bobby Joe.
Bobby Joe, no, absolutely not. So we're going to go with Bobby Joe.
We're going to go with Bobby Joe.
But I love her.
I do too, but again, she's too weird.
Yeah.
She's too fucking weird. Who would you trust the least with your wedding plans?
Who would I trust the least? Probably Kasha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She's kind of a hot mess, but she's a hilarious hot mess.
She was the one that came up with the worst plans.
Yeah.
And she is so competitive.
Yeah.
So if anyone gave her an idea, she'd come up with something 10 times worse.
Yeah. But man, I love her. I just love her. And her arm, I even love her arm.
Her arm was great.
Yeah. Like when she was like, oh, I kind of want to like punch this guy, and it would literally start punching, and she's like, oh my God, I know karate. Like she was just great. Like she just cracked me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember in Worth It when Henley put the things in Davis's underwear for his balls?
Yes.
And then he went into the ocean and electrocuted his balls.
Yes. Yes. Like when we say these guys are a catastrophe, it's hilarious catastrophe though. Good God, the shit that they do to each other.
So great. Yeah. So great. It's always some form of fucking embarrassment.
Yeah.
So funny. Oh my God. Is there anything else you can think of you want to add before we move into our games?
Like just read them because
I can't even.
I think my favorite part was literally the whole thing with the fucking ducks.
Oh my God.
Like
damn.
I just laughed out loud. And I just had this vivid image of it going in my head.
I did too.
Yeah, it was so great.
I did too. The visual of the ducks.
Yes,
and I'm like,
why the ducks? I don't know everything, but that one killed me. Yeah.
My God.
And I would wear a Yama Yama shirt for sure. I'd wear it, and you'll know why once you read the books.
It has to do with a ball gag and trying to say llama as your safe word.
I would wear a Yama Yama shirt.
You can't really say llama when you have a ball gag in your mouth, right?
Yeah.
So it comes out as
Yama.
Yama Yama. That's where that came from.
Yep.
But you have to, in order to understand the story behind that, read the book.
Yeah.
So fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So funny. Okay. Our closers and games. Game number 1. Grand revenge prank.
Okay.
Your ex did you dirty. Now it's time to ruin their week in the most chaotic way possible. Create the ultimate revenge prank. What's the prank? How do you pull it off? What's the final humiliating moment? Which Yama Yama character would absolutely help you? The goal is chaos, not murder.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not a big, do one big prank. I like a small, death by 1,000 cuts.
Okay.
So I'm going to do some little things.
Okay.
They're just going to be annoying for a very long time. The first thing I'm going to do is in your pantry, I'm going to go to your cans. I'm going to take off every label and then just put the can there. So you don't know what the fuck's in any can because I'm just mean like that. And all them labels are going in the garbage.
Fuck.
Yeah. Then I'm going to, in every drink in your house, put a laxative in it. Anything that could be drinkable is going to have a laxative in it.
Jesus Christ.
And then I'm going to loosen every shower head and every faucet. And then I'm going to put chirping sounds all throughout your house that just randomly go off. So this could last for months. And they're going to be all over and they're going to go at different times. And so if you find one, there might be another one in 2 weeks. You just never know how it's going to go off. But yeah, it's going to be slow torture.
You're fucking evil.
Slow torture. It's fun. Yeah. What are you going to do?
I was just going to create a public social media event on all social media accounts.
Uh-huh.
Grand opening, the Red Flag Wildlife Preserve, and put his address.
Okay.
And then at there, it's going to have a special exhibit, Rare Cheating Species and Natural Habitat, free admission in front of his house.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very simple.
Okay.
They'll have a date and a time.
Yeah.
And since I have and know where the hide key is, we'll just open the front door and have snacks.
Yeah. So you're just gonna do one big thing, and I like
Yes.
death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, that's evil.
Or brilliant.
That too.
Small psychological torture that kind of lasts a little bit, Yeah.
Oh my God. So, how do you pull yours off?
Oh, well, I mean, obviously this is my ex that scorned me is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is Anderson. So I know his routines. I know the ins and outs of his house. So this is going to be something easy for me to do.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going into familiar territory.
Okay.
I'm not going to try to do something of an area I don't know.
Okay. So I'm going to have Kasha as an operations
Oh yeah, Kasha's
manager.
totally helping me.
Yeah. So I'm going to gather flamingos, the plastic flamingos, and tiny red flags and fake awards.
Okay.
And we're going to stick signs everywhere. Do not feed the specimen. Caution. May gaslight when startled. Mating call. It didn't mean anything. Shit like that.
Oh, there you go.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So his whole yard just becomes a total flamingo apocalypse.
Oh no, I'm going all the way.
Hundreds.
All the way inside. I don't need people to see it. I need him to be tortured. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the final humiliating moment, so when he wakes up and looks outside, the yard is gone, it's flamingos. Cars start slowing down, friends are texting, someone comments on the event, can I bring snacks?
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Henley would help too.
Yeah.
Lydia would probably be the one I wouldn't ask because she's a little sweeter.
She's too nice.
She is nice.
She's too nice. Okay. All right.
Although Roman and Davis, they were getting in on these pranks too. So
they slowly got incorporated and pulled into that for sure.
Yep.
All right, so let's take that same energy and weaponize it against our families. Family Olympics, game 2.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
The Yama Yama families are absolutely unqualified for organized competition. Which games are they competing in? Create ridiculous family Olympic events and decide who wins, who cheats, who gets banned.
Okay, I didn't do this one.
You did?
I did not. I don't remember reading this one.
Okay, let me just do one for you.
You do one for me.
Okay, so this one is... Okay, so the Family Olympics. The first event is the Grocery Cart Grand Prix. The challenge.
Okay.
Teams must race grocery carts through a parking lot obstacle course. Obstacles include canned goods, toilet paper towers, abandoned purses, mystery objects, rogue shopping baskets. Bonus points for speed, style, and surviving.
Okay.
The winner would be Sicily. Reason? Everyone else came for chaos. Sicily came to win.
Oh, yeah. I could see Sicily wanting to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. She isn't fucking around. She's just there to win.
Yeah.
She's going to prank shit. She's just there to win.
Like, if I had to come up with something for this group, I would put them on one of those treasure hunts, those scavenger hunt. Because can you imagine the crap you could put on the list and that they would actually literally try to find?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could put anything, madness, and they would try to find it.
Yeah.
Because they're so competitive.
Kasha would cheat in that
Oh,
game,
yeah.
for sure.
She's all about winning.
She
Yeah.
would cheat. Yeah. And Henley would get banned.
Mm-hmm.
She would show up with a drink and attempt a one-handed cart drifting, ignore safety instructions, shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, okay, on your scavenger hunt thing, that's my second one.
Okay.
That's my second Olympic game.
See?
It's the drunk scavenger hunt.
Yes, even better.
Yeah. So contestants must complete a chaotic scavenger list around town and return with one missing sock, something that looks illegal but isn't, free food, a questionable gift, evidence of poor decisions, the weirdest object possible, and bonus points for creativity, not getting arrested, and believable explanations. And the winner would be Bobby Joe.
Well, yes, because she probably has all this in her house.
It's probably, yes, absolutely in her car.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even have to leave.
Yes.
And nobody understands how she won. Nobody understands where she found half the items.
And she wouldn't tell you.
Yep.
She's not going to tell you any of that.
Yep. And nobody is asking follow-up questions because everyone is afraid of the answers.
Yes.
Anderson cheats.
Anderson always cheats.
Yep.
He's a habitual cheater.
Yep. He absolutely is not letting Kasha win. He suddenly becomes competitive, starts bending rules, hiding fines, taking shortcuts, and acting like the scavenger hunt determines family honor. Meanwhile, Kasha is yelling, "This isn't that serious!"
Yes.
And Gretchen gets banned because Gretchen misunderstood finding something weird.
Yeah.
And came back with things that were very obviously meant to be taken. The judge immediately ended her participation.
Yeah, she would be terrible.
Yes. So,
terrible.
The real question is, at what point does chaos stop being bad decisions and just become your personality? Until next time.
Bye.